Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again in this YouTube astrological segment. We're going to be talking about having an Aquarius moon in a natal chart. Now, some of you may remember when I first started my YouTube astrology channel, I did a series on the moon signs, and they were a little bit concise, and some people may have referred to them as snappy. So what I decided to do was do another series on them in which they would be a little bit longer and more descriptive. So anyway, first thing up, the moon in astrology is associated with our unconscious side. So on an unconscious level, a person who may be eccentric and very selfless, unobtrusive. Even if you have, like, say you have indicators in your chart, where you're very flamboyant, say a Leo sun and or ascendant, there can be a side of you that may be more inconspicuous and unobtrusive, a side that would prefer to blend in with groups. Even though it's on an unconscious level, you may not always be consciously aware of it. Now, again, on the unconscious side, the person may also be rather ingenious, but yet detached. Aquarius moon people, their emotions may often be detached. They may enjoy, analyzing others and, looking at their character, composition, studying them. And also, again, on the conscious side, Aquarius moon people can also be rather objective, but yet rebellious and have, the maverick to some degree. But yet be very considerate of others, but can be a radical as well. And there may be, an unconscious need, to do things at times in an unorthodox manner. They may feel, well, I don't always have to do everything the same exact way everybody else does it, because they can have that nonconformist and a rebel in them. And there can also be, a side, to Aquarius moon people, that can be a little bit bizarre as well. They can be a little bit of the oddball, and they may not always be aware of it. Now, another thing about the moon in astrology is that it's associated with our emotional needs. And having an Aquarius moon, the emotional needs can be connected with computers. Yes, we're in the internet era, social media. But many people are dominated by the internet and social media, regardless of astrological placements. But Aquarius moon person, may emphasize it even more than the average person. Also, electronic items and gadgets. This can be another emotional need for Aquarius moon people, and things that are connected with innovation. They may love, new technology, things that are ingenious, and also astronomy as well, possibly in astrology. If you're watching this video, the percentages say that you're enamored with astrology anyway, but it could even be more emphasized with an Aquarius moon person than many others. And because Aquarius is associated with astrology, also aviation and meteorology. This could be the person that may need to often look at the the weather channel and see what's going on with the temperature, forecast more so than most others on average. And also friends as well, groups, clubs, organizations. Those could all be strong emotional needs for Aquarius moon people. Now, the moon in astrology is also associated with the mother. So the mother may actually be an Aquarius sun, moon, or ascendant person, or simply embody Aquarius characteristics. The mother may be somebody who may be a little bit rebellious, eccentric, very objective, but yet detached. Could be ingenious, and also altruistic and selfless. But it's also, that could be your perception of the mother, and the mother may be somebody that may have encouraged you, to integrate with society and into, to join, to be out with friends, to join, groups, clubs, organizations, I should say, and be around, groups of people. And this is where, be that person. That could be, somebody that could be very group oriented in general and do things that are beneficial to many as opposed to just yourself. Now another thing associated with the moon astrology is connected with the home, the family, and people you're close to home to. So as I stated before regarding the mother, the same can apply to these people. They can be, some may be Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant people or embody those traits. It could be people that are unpredictable, altruistic, selfless, progressive, that are about moving forward. It could be a family where you have some innovators or astrologers or people that are into astronomy or involved in some computer career, whether it's computer programming or it's fixing computer repair, troubleshooting, as some examples. And anyway, or people that might be into tech labs as some other examples. Now, the thing about moon as well, it's also associated with our reactions and responses. So having an Aquarius moon, the reactions and responses may often be unpredictable or shocking. They could be very spontaneous. There also could be uninhibited, responding in such a way where the person may be like, well, I don't care what the other person I'm receiving and thinks, no matter how bizarre or unusual or shocking this response is, this is how I'm going to do it, and there's nothing you can do about it. So this is where you expect it can be some very unusual responses. I had a friend of mine that has an Aquarius moon. I remember one time he got mad, and he just knocked the remote control off a chair, and I just thought it was almost like a random type of agitated response. So the responses of these people can be a little bit unusual and bizarre, with no restraint. The moon in astrology is also connected with memories, and having an Aquarius moon, memories may often be associated with one's friends and groups, clubs, organizations, matters of altruism, helping others selflessly without expecting any reciprocation from the other side. Memories connected with ingenuity, reforming, whether it's a person or a group or whatever it may be. Memories connected with computers, electronics, the unexpected, the unusual, even model rockets in some cases. People that have this moon may have had an interest in this, and maybe more so when they were younger, when they were like in grade school or in junior high school, what have you. It could also be, there might be, memories connected with tech labs, and just general humanitarian, selfless endeavors. And the thing about this as well, remember the moon is also connected with food. So this person may be into very, exotic type foods and unusual. It could be that person that mixes all kinds of sodas, soda flavors together to make their own soda, basically, as an example. Could be also too, the moon is associated with the public and how we may feel that need to be recognized and what we want to be recognized as. And having an Aquarius moon, it could be being a person may have a need to be recognized as the universal friend, doing something humanitarian, selfless endeavors, being an innovator or reformer, a person that could be very non-conforming. That does that's the maverick, the person that does what he or she wants when they want to do it, not worrying about the opinions of others in the process, but trying to be oblivious to the beliefs of others. And they may also they could be having being recognized as somebody that's very progressive and forward moving, as well being futuristic, not lamenting or brooding on the past. Now, the moon in astrology is also connected with our feelings and emotions. So having an Aquarius moon The person may, often feel, aloof or, be detached, from their emotions to some degree. Um, it can also be, feeling like, expressing altruism, selflessness, humanitarianism, being the maverick. But also the feelings, can be rather, and emotions can be rather sporadic and erratic as well, and maybe uninhibited when they do come out, because as I was stating before, regarding the reactions and responses of Aquarius, when they can be uninhibited, and it's like, no holds barred. I'm going to respond how I choose to, and it doesn't matter, what your perception is of it. Anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edwin Learnard saying, stay well.